The Red Terror of the Soviet Union, often known as Joseph Stalin's Red Terror, had a profound effect on both his nation and the rest of the globe. He ruled with terror, and under his cruel rule, millions of his own people died. As a young man, Stalin got involved in both criminal and revolutionary forces. Guys, there is a small reminder. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any newly uploaded videos. And hang on till the end of the video, so you don't miss any part of this interesting story. Young Joseph Stalin. Joseph Vissarionovich Djugashvili was born on December 18, 1878, which is December 6, 1878, in old-style Julian calendar terms. He was raised in Gori, a small town in Georgia that was then a part of the Russian Empire. He adopted the name Stalin in his 30s, which has a Russian meaning, man of steel. Stalin was raised in poverty as the only kid. His mother worked as a laundress, while his father, a shoemaker and drinker, mistreated him. Stalin experienced smallpox as a child, which left him with permanent face scars. He received a scholarship when he was a teenager so that he could attend a seminary in the adjacent city of Tbilisi and prepare for the Georgian Orthodox Church's priesthood. He became interested in the revolutionary struggle against the Russian monarchy while there and started reading Karl Marx's writings, a German social philosopher as well as the author of the Communist Manifesto. Although he insisted it was because of Marxist propaganda, Stalin was ejected from the seminary in 1899 for skipping exams. Stalin started agitating for political change after dropping out of school by participating in strikes and labor protests. Additionally, Stalin engaged in a number of illegal actions, like as bank robberies, the revenues of which were used to support the Bolshevik Party. He was detained more than once. Stalin's children. Stalin got married to seamstress Ekaterina Svanidze in 1906. Yorkov, the couple's only child, died in imprisonment in Germany during World War II. When Ekaterina's son was a baby, she died of typhus. The daughter of a Russian revolutionary, Nadezhda Nadia Alliluyeva, became Stalin's second wife in 1918. They have a boy and a girl as their children. In her early 30s, Nadezhda killed herself. Additionally, Stalin had more kids outside of marriage. Gaining power, Stalin was chosen to serve on the first Central Committee of the Bolshevik Party in 1912 by Lenin, who was at the time living in exile in Switzerland. The Bolsheviks took control of Russia during the Russian Revolution 3 years later, in 1917. Lenin served as the Soviet Union's first president when it was established in 1922. Stalin eventually outwitted the opponents and won the power battle for control of the Communist Party after Lenin's passing in 1924. He had assumed the role of Soviet Union ruler by the late 1920s. The Soviet Union, which was under Stalin, Joseph Stalin began implementing a series of 5-year plans in the late 1920s with the goal of transforming the Soviet Union from a peasant country into an industrial giant. His economic control-focused development strategy included the forcible collectivization of Soviet agriculture, in which government entities assumed ownership of farms. Millions of people died in the Soviet Union's massive famine as a result of the forced collectivization. Stalin imposed a totalitarian regime and ruled with terror in order to crush any potential opponents. Stalin launched the Great Purge in the second half of the 1930s, a series of campaigns intended to purge the Communist Party, the military, as well as other aspects of Soviet society of those he deemed a danger. In the Soviet Union, Stalin also created a cult of personality around himself. In his honor, towns were given new names. Stalin was the subject of admiring literature, music, and art. and his name was included in the Soviet anthem. The Soviet media was additionally governed by his own government. World War II. The German-Soviet Non-Aggression Pact was signed by Joseph Stalin and Adolf Hitler in 1939, just before the start of World War II. Stalin then went on to annex portions of Poland and Romania in addition to Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania, 3 Baltic states. Additionally, he started an invasion of Finland. Then, Germany attacked the USSR in violation of the Nazi-Soviet treaty, producing a significant initial impact. Stalin remained in the Soviet capital of Moscow as German troops drew near and implemented a scorched earth defense strategy, eradicating any supplies or infrastructure that the adversary may use to its advantage. The Battle of Stalingrad, which lasted from August 1942 to February 1943 and saw the Red Army decimate the Germans and ultimately drive them from Russia, marked a turning point for the Soviets. In his later years, Joseph Stalin showed no signs of slowing down. In the USSR after World War II, he began a reign of terror that included purges, executions, exiles to labor camps, and persecution. He also stifled all forms of opposition and anything that suggested outside influence, particularly Western influence. He installed communist regimes across Eastern Europe and, in 1949, by detonating an atomic bomb, brought the Soviet Union into the nuclear era. He authorized North Korea's communist leader Kim Il-sung to invade South Korea, which the United States supported, in 1950, setting off the Korean War. How did Joseph Stalin pass away? Stalin, who became more and more paranoid as he aged, passed away on March 5, 1953, at the age of 74, after a stroke. That brings us to the end of the video. Thank you for being to the end of the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this video below in the comment section. Let's meet again with another interesting video.